Hello everyone, in today's video I'm changing out the rear center tail lights on the 2021 Hyundai Elantra SEL. Now I did just go ahead and receive my tail light replacement bulbs in the mail today. I did happen to order them from Walmart. And if you are interested in purchasing these same ones, you yourself can go ahead and pick these up from walmart.com as well. Just please be advised, it does take a few days to arrive. And I am going to share with you how to install them into the rear trunk lid where they will light up. Now, unfortunately, I do just also want to inform you that when you are driving your vehicle on a normal, regular basis, when a light or a turn signal switch bulb does happen to go out, it will come up here on your display to check the bulb so you can go ahead and replace it. But unfortunately, during startup, there is no notification on my notification screen, just that there is ice possible, to drive with care. So in order to go ahead and install these bulbs right now, I am going to make sure that the vehicle is off. And from there, I am going to pop the trunk to go ahead and install them. All right, so where these rear center tail light bulbs that need to be replaced are hidden inside the trunk itself. So I am going to need to remove this trunk inner liner to go ahead and get to replacing the bulb. This is how I knew that my bulbs are bad. So this one, as you can see with my lights on, it is lit, as well as this one. But if you look over here, this one is the one that's blown and this one is working. So to avoid a problem, I'm going to actually replace not just this side, but I'm also going to replace this side as well, because it does indicate change. Normally it's very easy to get this trunk inner liner off. It does have these little clips, but they're very easy to go ahead and pop up and pull out to remove. So in order to go ahead and get these out, you do need to pop the center towards you with the other part that way, and then you can simply pull them out like so. And that goes for all of them, and I will count them all out so you can go ahead and see how many you are looking to remove as well. That's 2 out, and they're all the same, so even if you mix and match during replacement, it's fine, it's not a problem. I'm going to share with you how to go ahead and reinstall them once we get everything nice and tidy. I have 4 out, a few more left to go, and it will become loose. Is already coming down. I'm gonna leave the ones towards the top still in place. This is the last one, so that will be the hardest one. It has all the weight on it. And that's the last one. Okay, so we're looking at a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clips in all to remove. Now to drop the liner, make sure you're doing it over the trunk area there, the trunk lock. Now if this was a simple install, pull out the bulb holder and go ahead and replace it and then reinstall it, it'd be great. But unfortunately, as you'll see here, this is where the bulb needs to be for the rear taillight in the center area. And when I turn it, when I pull it out, it actually doesn't give me enough leeway to pull it out. So unfortunately, what I need to do is go ahead and take out each of these bolts and pinch right here and push in and remove the taillight bulb holder that's right here. So first of all, I'm going to be removing the bolt and then removing the taillight cover. So for this, I'm using a socket wrench with a 10mm socket extension and 10mm socket. So far, this is the 4th bolt I've removed. You're going to want to remove your trunk lid power, which you'll simply push right here and pull downward in order to remove it. I'm going to need to pinch these and push them inward in order to loosen up. So for that, I am going to take a pair of pliers and go ahead and pinch and push up on these. Now be very careful because I'm sure replacing them would be expensive, but pinch and then push upward once you get a good pinch. Okay, so as you can see here, they're pinched and pushed up a little bit, so it'll be easier as far as removal of the taillight cover, the center on the trunk lid. Next, we want to pinch these and pull them downward to disconnect the electrical part of it. If you need your hands in there a little bit more, you can just twist that more and pinch and pull down. Okay, so after pinching and then pushing upward, these clips right here, the whole taillight bulb assembly will be loose on the vehicle, and you could simply pull this side towards you one at a time, and you'll see there's a space distance over here, and then you'll see you can do the same for over here, and and you want to be very careful not to go ahead and scrape the paint while doing this. But now the assembly is loose, and you should be able to slowly pull it outward to replace those bulbs. Okay, so now that I've gone ahead and removed the entire tail light assembly as well as the trunk lid popper area, now I need to get to these bulbs so I can go ahead and replace them. Simply pull them out. As you can see, there's my replacements. Here, I'm going to open these up. Here's the new one going in. So the new one looks secure, and I'm going to carefully place this back inside. And I'm going to line up the holes and then turn it. And then I'm going to replace the weather stripping. Okay, like so. Make sure it's sticky on there. You may need to go ahead and put some more sticky on there. Now onto the other side. Same thing, I'm going to remove this weather stripping area. Gently. Over the bulb area, and I'm going to turn it counterclockwise and carefully pull it out. I'm gonna have to set down maybe the camera to pull this one out. This seems like the hardest one. Okay, there is the old bulb. That was the original bad bulb. I'm gonna pull this straight outward to remove. There is the old bulb. I am going to save the good bulb in case I need that and take out these new ones and go ahead and replace it. Back inside, I'm going to push it in so it's nice and snug inside. Now I'm going to push it back in through the hole and line it up properly. Again, not much leeway in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and line up the marks in the hole. Okay, and then turn it and then replace weatherization area. Make sure it's nice and sticky. Again, you might need to reapply some adhesive to make sure that's nice and tidy. Okay, now the new replacement bulbs have just been installed. I'm going to go ahead and replace the taillight holder, put it back in its correct spot. Before going ahead and giving a little push, make sure everything is lined up properly before going ahead and doing so, and then feel free to just give it a little push inward, and then once you tighten it, will obviously be more tight. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put back in the trunk lid popper wiring and also the tail lights. There's the wiring. And to verify that everything is in proper working condition, I'm going to turn on my lights to make sure these new tail light center reverse bulbs are working. As you can see, that's my left side, and here's the right side. And I changed out both because, again, you want to change them in pairs. Turning back off my headlight. Now, if you did want to change out your reverse lamps, they would be located in here as well for future reference. If you want to save yourself the hassle, change them out while you are changing these center tail lights out. If you feel so inclined, you may decide to go ahead and tear throughout this area to pull out these center rear tail lights. However, your space is limited by metal. Now on to replacing the bolts, putting them back. And I like to hand tighten all of them on first, and then from hand tightening I will use the socket wrench, obviously, and because they are painted, they don't quite line up as nice as they should. Now to chip the ice off the socket wrench and put it to the tightening aspect. Again, I'm using a 10mm socket, and I'm using an extender, and I'm tightening these. Now the one with the paint was a little annoying to hand tighten, but it seems like I got that one pretty good. So once I tighten these up, and things will be fantastic. Okay, so now all 9 bolts are tightened, and you'll see these pinch clips have popped through again. They aren't like they once were, but they are tight and snug. And again, you have 8 bolts on tightening this trunk portion of your trunk, holding your taillight bulbs as well as your rear reverse lamp bulbs. So again, make sure your trunk popper power is powered, plugged inward. Again, you must remove it in order to pull out the assembly that holds the bulbs. Make sure each of your tail light power cords are also plugged in. Both are. Next, we are going to replace the dust cover and go ahead and replace the pinch clips back in their proper position. Now, to make it easier on myself, I have pre-positioned 2 of them in their place. I have not shown that for the recording. However, I have started replacing them. So now I will share with you what I need to do. So in order to make this work, you do need to go ahead and back these out until you hear a clip, and then you need to pinch them back in their proper position. And then what you're going to do is insert the clip into the hole. And if you watch me replacing the headlights in the fender wall of the tires, you will see I do replace these and take them out in that video too. You want to make sure you do go ahead and end up placing back all of the clips that you pulled out, so you have no loose materials anywhere found in your trunk. And this way you don't have to take any steps backwards. You'll see now that I've gone ahead and placed back in its proper position 6 of them. Now the 3 remainder holes on the bottom of the trunk inner lid are very easy to see. Last one. Okay, now we have gone ahead and replaced all of these clips holding the trunk lid dust cover in place. Center tail light bulbs have been replaced in the 2021 Hyundai Elantra SEL. Make sure all of your alignments are in their proper place. If anything does seem too complicated, please stop, do not proceed, and ask a professional for help. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more great videos such as this one. And as always, thank you so much for your time watching. Have a great night now. Take care. Bye.